What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here back in a familiar territory. No, not just my room, but another 3 points for the Blues. It's Manchester Derby match analysis. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to crack on with all of the talking points. First up, we're going to be mentioning the team selection. I found it brilliant that I managed to select a Pep Guardiola team. It isn't easy to be able to do that. A match preview. I got it right. I'll leave the link to that at the end of the video if you want to go and check out and see what I was saying before the game, see how accurate I was. But for Manchester United, Lukaku and Paul Pogba didn't end up starting in the game. Lukaku didn't. He was on the bench. Paul Pogba not even in the squad. They went with a slow midfield of Fellaini, Herrera and Matic. I found that interesting. It suggested what Manchester United had come here to do. We're not going to say it, but I'll let you say it. But it goes something along the lines of fill the gap in. Leave that in the comments below. Now, City very lively in the first few minutes, finding a lot of space, particularly on our left-hand side. Raheem Sterling getting the freedom there, Ashley Young getting ripped to shreds. Love it, love everything about it. 12 minutes in, Raheem Sterling, free on the left, like I said, puts a nice deep cross in for Bernardo Silva, pulls it across for David Silva. At that point, there's an arm that comes across from Smalling on Sergio Aguero. The referee I'm seeing pointing, I think he's playing a play on at the time, and David Silva ends up cutting into the middle, getting a right-footed shot past David De Gea and the player on the line, and ends up making it 1-0. Absolutely brilliant. Sky Sports, when I was watching it, were trying to make the most of Sergio Aguero running to the referee rather than running to the players to celebrate. The referee said something on the lines that he had played the advantage and it would have been a penalty. I think people were just looking too much into it. Aguero felt like it should have been a penalty. The play should have been stopped and he should have had the ball on the spot. But to be honest, 55,000 fans, in the stadium, and millions at home, City fans. No one cares. The ball's gone in the net. That's all I care about. We're 1-0 up in the Manchester Derby. Brilliant. United, very sloppy at times in possession going forward, particularly in the first 20-25 minutes. Man City were able to dominate, managed to get their act into gear, managed to keep it quite nip and tuck. Didn't have many opportunities. They weren't testing Ederson. I mean, they had one looping header that went over the crossbar, but other than that, you felt like set pieces and long-range shots were their only threat to Manchester City. We went in at half-time with a comfortable 1-0 lead. It was great to score early. David Silva was absolutely excellent. His eye for making things happen, absolutely brilliant. I'd put in my notes as just saying that we're just looking for that second goal. Go out there, first 10 minutes or so, get that second goal, get things sewn up, and go from there and get back to our attacking selves, because we didn't look ourselves. We didn't have a brilliant first half. We didn't look amazing. We played well enough to be leading. We just weren't playing as elegantly as I'd seen in the last couple of games, particularly when scoring 6 past Southampton and Shakhtar Donetsk, respectively. You know, I called for it, and we got it. 48th minute in, Sergio Aguero gets his goal. David De Gea hoofs the ball. I think it was from a goal kick. Loses possession. Very sloppy from Manchester United. Aguero's played in. I think it's from Riyad Mahrez, and Aguero then ends up just firing straight through David De Gea's hands, straight into the goal, and David De Gea will feel very disappointed. Yeah, I'd put the blame on him for that goal. And speaking of blame and goalkeepers, we'll move on to our end, Manchester City's end, and Ederson. Man United 58 minutes in, not doing anything really in 58 minutes. Lukaku comes on, literally just come on, first touch of the ball, takes it away from Ederson. Ederson brings him down, much like that Southampton game last week. Brings him down. It was a penalty. Penalty wasn't very good from Martial. Just runs up, hits it. Not a great lot of power in it, no accuracy in it, nowhere near the corner. Ederson just dives the wrong way. Particularly disappointed to concede that goal. They haven't done much, a poor penalty. Ederson basically needs to work on his judging. I think we had a couple of problems with, I seem to remember last season. He needs to just judge on when to come out, when to stay, because Lukaku was going away from goal. There was no danger there and ended up getting a goal from it when really we didn't need to. Just little things to improve on. There's always little things to improve on. But from that, United grew in confidence. But they still weren't testing Ederson. They still weren't doing that much. They weren't having that many shots. They're getting in positions where they might think about putting crosses in and putting the crosses in. But we was kind of dealing with everything that they chucked at us. But we managed to get our momentum back. We managed to get an absolute abundance of passes and possession in towards the end in the 86th minute after City keeping the ball for a good 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, I've literally just come up after the game to record this video, so I don't know how many passes there were in play and being able to deal with it, but there was a lot of passes. We kept the ball for a very long time. Then right at the end of it, Bernardo Silva cuts in, crosses in with his left foot, playing the offside trap. All the United lines, all there playing an offside trap. Ashley Young's not read it, which is delightful again. I don't like Ashley Young's attitude, particularly in this game, particularly towards the end and stuff like that. But he ends up playing Gundogan onside. Gundogan's kind of got a tap in, slots it in past David De Gea and ends up sealing the game at 3-1 for Manchester City. Manchester is blue and everyone's ecstatic. Gundogan did very well, by the way, when coming on from his substitute appearance. Looked very comfortable. Looked decent, looked very decent. So hopefully if he can replicate that, I mean, Gundogan's got a lot of critics out there, but if he can replicate that and be able to move on through the busy December period that we've got coming up in a few weeks' time after the international break. We've got the international break obviously now. Then I look forward to seeing Gundogan a lot more. But yeah, that's pretty decent. We've won 3-1. We've ended up going 2 points clear. We've got 13 goal difference on Liverpool, so it's kind of 3 points clear basically. So we're 4 points now clear of Chelsea, and we're 12 points clear of Manchester United. Absolutely love it. We couldn't have asked for much more. So we'll go have a look at the stats now for the game, see how they compare. We don't like to read too much into stats, but it does tell you a lot about the game. And City ended up having 65% possession against United's 35%. We ended up having 17 shots, 5 on target. Listen to this, United had 6 shots, just 1 on target. Like I said, they've not tested Ederson. The only thing Ederson has had to do, other than his great distribution in this game, is pick the ball out of the net with that disappointing penalty that he conceded and the disappointing penalty that obviously went in. Passes, 704 from Manchester City, 380 from Man United. United 84% pass completion rate at our stadium. That's decent. City, very usual, 91% standard. Very decent that from Manchester City, creating 16 key passes to United's 4. We created a couple of clear-cut opportunities, whereas Man United didn't create any. United only put 11 balls into our box. We put 24 crosses in. Man United only connected with 1, that one that looped over. City connected with 4. Not great, really, from either of them. No offsides. Very surprising, but no offsides in this game. 57 recoveries compared to 51 from United. United ended up making more tackles. We had more interceptions, they had more blocks. They had more clearances, more headed clearances. They ended up winning more aerial duels and having a better percentage on that. And United also making more saves. Ederson has had no saves to make and 1 yellow card apiece. Pretty fair in terms of fair play and defending. United dominating the defence and fair play pretty even. But not the perfect performance from us by any means, in my opinion. I'll take that. Manchester United, nowhere near what we've seen in the past. Obviously, in years and years previous that we've seen Manchester United and the level that they can get to. Absolutely nowhere near that. You can only beat what's put out in front of you. We have done that. I'm happy with that. We're happy to win the Manchester derby. Looking forward to the one at Old Trafford already, going into the second half of the season. But first we've got that international break. Then we've got that away match in London against West Ham for our next game in the Premier League to look forward to. So we'll have some bits of content coming out between then for you to enjoy. But we won't be uploading as regularly. Certainly not as every single day. But we've still got plenty of content to look forward to, including little bits of news. We've got that to talk about, the weird financial fair play thing. We've got transfers to talk about. We're getting towards transfer season again, which is always good and interesting to talk about. So we've still got bits to look forward to, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe. But to end this game, David Silva awesome. Bar the penalty, Ederson was fantastic. His distribution was wonderful. Bernardo Silva was excellent. Gundogan did extremely well when coming on. It was nice to see Phil Foden getting some minutes in the derby, even if it weren't that many. Fernandinho was brilliant for Manchester City. For Manchester United, I felt like they didn't really have a go. I feel like they need a better manager. No offence to Jose Mourinho. I respect everything that he's done in the Premier League. I just don't feel like he's the man to take Manchester United forward. I don't feel like he's the man that is to burst onto the Premier League and make things happen. There's more exciting managers out there that could probably do a lot more with the money that has been spent at Manchester United. I mean, Man City, we spent near enough the amount, the same-ish, give or take, what, £100 million over the last few transfer windows, and Man United, they're just miles behind. They're 12 points behind in terms of the style of football, just miles behind. Can't be easy for Manchester United to watch, and to be honest, no offence Manchester United fans if you're watching this, I absolutely love it. I've gone through years and years and years of Manchester United being the best team in the Premier League, the best team in England, doing this and doing that. It's nice to have our own. It is. It's really nice to have our own. Manchester United now, it's what makes football interesting. They've got a chance now to try and improve and get back to that pinnacle best. What keeps football interesting, what keeps everyone interested. The Premier League and English football for you. But for man of the match, for me, has to be one of the Silvers. I'll give it to David. I wouldn't be surprised if other people give it to Bernardo. Let me know in the comments below who you think should have been man of the match in this game. So there we go, that's been the match analysis. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then make sure you slap a like on the video so I know that you enjoyed the video. And also don't forget to subscribe, put your push notifications on too. If you're interested in me, then don't forget check out my social media. That's in the description below. You want to check me out on Twitter and Instagram, links to them in the description, along with my email if you want to hit me with any sponsorships for any videos or any business enquiries, and that's in the description too. Don't forget, you can also go and check out my second channel, Jason Sidlow Travel Man, if you can't get enough of me, with my holiday vlogs and things like that, if you're interested. And also don't forget to go and check out my brother's partner channel, which I feature in sometimes, Mixed, doing mixology drinks. Go and check him out. Go and check out my second channel. Leave the links to them at the end of the video. Like and subscribe over there. Like and subscribe over here. Share the video. Help my channel grow. Aiming for 2K subs. Come the end of the year, it'd be ace to get that. Don't forget, subscribe, push notifications on. I'll see you all again for the Manchester City latest news and transfer news coming up over the next week or so. So stay tuned for that if you are interested. And I'll see you all again very soon. So it's been JSGC, back home, 3 points. Business as usual, Manchester Derby ticked off. First home win in the Manchester Derby for any of the Manchester sides since 2015. There you go, little stat for you. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm sure the Blues will. Always nice to win on Derby Day. Peace! Ciao for now.